And welcome everyone to FSPN's coverage of Florida high school baseball, specifically South Florida high school baseball here in Dade County. We have the home opener for the Killian Cougars, and they'll be facing the Stallions of Somerset, and they're led by their head coach, Peter Cerda. Of course, at the helm of the Killian Cougars is Coach Chris Leon, and at his side is Abel Alonso and Eric Martinez. And we're bringing you this thank you to our sponsor, Coach's Corner, a complete printing service. They do embroidery, screen printing, promotional items, great turnaround time, and they're located near the Miami Airport. Please call our guy over there, Alex Diaz, for all of your screen printing needs. Welcome to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're at Killian Cougar Field today for a district matchup between the Somerset Stallions, led by Peter Cerda, and the home team, the Killian Cougars, that are led by head coach Chris Leon. We're going to get right underway here. We'll go over the starting lineups and the defense in just a minute. I can tell you the leadoff batter now is Asher Grafals. He's the right fielder. He's a sophomore for these Stallions. He'll be batting from the left side. The pitcher for the Killian Cougars. A big test for this young man today, and we're going to keep an eye on him the whole way through. He's a sophomore. He starts off with the ball low. His name is Ryan Llambes. And he's pitched a lot during the fall. He got his innings, he earned his stripes, and now he's earning a start here, starting the home opener for these Killian Cougars. That ball's inside, and it goes 2-0 to Grafals. He'll be followed by Brendan Keltz, Dylan Beaton, Cole Cutler, Brian Oliva, Bailey Cisco's batting 6th. Brandon Fernandez is the 7th spot hitter. Then it's Nick Lopez, Ryan Diener, and Marcos Cejas. For Peter Cerda Stallions, and there's a strike swung on and missed. I'm Uncle Muggs, and like always bringing you the play-by-play, but I got a special treat for you today because right next to me is a man, Mike Silvestri. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to today's game.
There's a swing and a miss to even the count, 2-2. Let's see if we don't scare anybody off. We're going to put our mugs on the tube here, Mike. There we are right here. This is game number 4 in as many days, folks. Every day we have an opener. And there's the 2-2, and it's lined to right field. And a nice play by Jacob Popowski, catching it almost on foul ground. But the first out of the game on a line drive. All right, enough about us, Mike. Let's get into the game here. We got a good one. It's a district matchup. We got two teams that want this 20-25 season to be their breakout year.
It was nice to see Ryan there battle back from a 2-0 count and throw some strikes and do some contact.
There's a strike to start him off. It's Brandon Keltz. You'll see him on the mound for the Stallions. Right-handed batter. And Llambes, he means business. He has a couple pitches. He'll go after you. He's not afraid of anyone. He's a sophomore. Like I said, this is going to be a big test for him to get through this Stallion lineup the first time and hopefully unscathed. That ball's hit foul to the right side, and right away the Cars come into play, and they got one. First foul ball of the season, and they got him, I think, in the quarter panel.
Oh, boy.
Black Nissan. If you ever come to Cougar Field, beautiful place, you'll see the traditional bricks and the great, beautiful green emerald field, but don't park in right field. There's one outside.
See, Ryan's trying to use both sides of the plate early on and establish that he can get to both sides, arm side and glove side.
The 2-2 pitch. The battery is David Wheelers and Brian Llambes. The count goes full. I'm going to go over the Killian defense, and right after this pitch, and I've got a bunch of people we want to thank, starting with Albie Fernandez, who gave up his primo seat here for us to broadcast this high school baseball game. The payoff pitch swung on and missed on a high one. A little bit after this little bit out of the strike zone, but he got him to chase.
Ryan's aggressive. He's going right after guys early on. Nice to see from a young sophomore.
So 2 outs. We're at the top of the first inning. There's no score. There's 2 outs. The batter now is Dylan Beaton. And Dylan is a committed player. He's going to Florida Southwestern State College. He's a senior. With nobody on, he'll face Llambes. And the first pitch is, wow, almost hit him. There's a good look at Beaton there.
Florida Southwest, really good junior college program over there in Fort Myers.
That's the one right by that little airport, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. There's the 0-1 up high. The 2-0. The Killian Cougars look like the old 1970s. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. They look like the 1970s Oakland A's kind of, Mike. You remember they have the white pants?
We do.
With
Looking
the
for Reggie
pinstripe.
Jackson out there somewhere.
Sal Bando, Raleigh Fingers, Catfish Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the bright yellow tops with the Roman numeral K on the chest. The 2-1 swung on and popped up into the screen. That'll even the count at 2.
Ryan's doing a nice job getting underneath the hitter's hands. He's going right after guys.
He's just a sophomore, so we're going to have 3 more years of Brian Llambes. There's the 2-2 from the windup. Oh, took something off that one for the second strikeout of the third out. So after a half inning of play, nothing across the board and no score, we head to the bottom of the first here at Killian Cougar Field.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back to Killian Cougar Field, where we have some high school baseball for the 2025 season. The Stallions from Somerset Charter have paid a visit here to the Killian Cougars, and we're just about to get to the bottom of the first inning. The leadoff batter will be Kendry Blanco. We'll go over the defense for the Stallions in just a second. I can tell you that Kendry Blanco is an Indian River commit. I'm Uncle Muggs, and alongside me today is Mike Silvestri. That'll be the other voice you hear. Blanco takes high for a ball.
Got a nice matchup here, Indian River and Warner University.
That's right, Brandon Keltz is the starter for the Stallions, and he's a Warner University commit. 2 balls. There's a good look at Kendry and the rest of the Killian Cougars wearing the bright yellow tops. 2-1 now the count after he takes that ball. The Stallions are wearing the black pants, and they've got the old school socks, you know, kind of like the old stirrup looking things with the light blue shirt. They're looking fresh. Here's the 2-1 to Blanco. Just caught the outside corner to even the count. Blanco didn't like that pitch, that call.
It's a good spot, moving the ball around a little bit early.
So Kelch has some good velocity. He's working from that modified wind-up, kind of full wind-up, you can call it. The 2-2, a little bit outside. Good eye there by Blanco to lay off that one.
It's a nice pitch, just missed the outside corner there. Just kind of drop down a slot a little bit and change the angle. And it changes those hitters' eyes on them.
Tried to get him a chase there a little bit. Here comes the payoff pitch. Up high and a free pass by Kendry Blanco, and that might as well be a double. He's got excellent speed. Up now for the Killian Cougars. It's the second baseman. He's a senior. It's a Barry University commit, Lucas Arcaute. Throw over to first is not in time. We're going to keep an eye on Blanco at first. And let's see if Coach Leon digs into his toolbox of strategy here early and maybe sends Blanco. And there he goes. It throws a little bit high. Blanco's going to get in there safe at second base.
It's a really good jump by Blanco. He's obviously got some speed, playing center field and being a leadoff guy.
Yeah, I like when these players make the announcers look good. And Chris Leon is aggressive, so he's easy to predict. Cougars now with a legit chance to score. Runner on second. No one out. Ball outside.
You can see Blanco out there at second base. He's dancing around a little bit, distracting the pitcher, doing his job.
Arcaute, the second baseman, takes up high. Easy take there. Count goes 3-0. There's a good look at Arcaute from the left side. Handles the bat well. Free pass by Arcaute. Stepping into the box for the Killian Cougars. From the left side, it's the shortstop, number 7, Jonah Acosta. He's the North Florida commit. He'll be an Osprey next year. But right now, he's looking to put his Cougars on the board. There's 2 runners on. There's no one out. Bottom of the first inning. And you're watching FSPN. That's 5 in a row from Brandon Kelts.
Costa's got a good frame on him. Looks like he's going to be able to be a bigger, stronger kid once he gets to college. Left-handed hitter, shortstop, always a premium position guy.
1 ball and no strikes. That's 6 in a row.
That's what you want if you're Coach Leon. 3-hole hitter up, 2-0 count.
Took that one. I think everybody in the ballpark knew he was going to take that after 6 consecutive balls. And now it's showtime. Kelts from the stretch delivers a 2-1, an off-speed pitch, and he flops that one over for a strike to even the count at 2-2. Good movement on that ball.
That was, and that was also a good take by the hitter there. It wasn't really what he was looking for, 2-1, and it was a good spot by the pitcher. Good job on both ends.
The 2-2 to Jonah Costa outside. Another easy take there to fill up the count.
Looked like a changeup there.
The shortstop, he'll be playing at a beautiful place next year up in Jacksonville. They got a nice park, great culture up there. The payoff pitch, it's another slider, and that one slapped into the Somerset dugout. Almost hits our friend Bob off over there.
Joe Mercadani at UNF is doing a real good job rebuilding that program and getting after it. He's had a lot of experience in the state of Florida and came from the University of Pittsburgh, so this looks like this is going to be a good one for him here.
He's going to have fun up there in that Sun Conference, playing teams like Stetson, Jacksonville University, Florida Gulf Coast. There's one down the middle, and he wastes no time hitting it up the middle. And here comes Blanco. I don't think they're even going to throw home, but they do. And he gets in with a cup of coffee. Carte goes all the way to third. Coach Leon comes out to talk to the umpire to make him aware of a change. For Damian Leyva, the DH, we have now Jean-Michael Cueto. And he's a junior transfer from Belém, batting from the left side, and he's a good stick. I mean, this kid can get around on the ball. He's got good pop, good size.
Heavy left-handed hitting lineup early on. Nice to see.
They are all the way through, real heavy. First base open. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning, and already 1-0 in favor of the home team. First pitch is a curveball, and he hits it right at the first baseman. Kind of took his eye off the ball, and everybody's going to be safe. And here comes a play at the plate. And just like that, it's 3-0 in favor of the home team. Scantleberry's the batter. He's the left fielder. He's scoring the bunt. Throw over to first. G. Michael's back there.
Just Killian offense right now is taking full advantage of getting ahead in the count and getting good pitches to hit.
Now he takes it back. A little Butcher Boy play there.
Old school slash. Nice to see.
3-0, bottom of the first. There's nobody out. One strike to the left fielder who has some pop. We saw him go yard in South Dade Field over the fall. So anything inside and high, inside and in. He's got great pull power, and that one bounces in front of Cutler. Gets away from him enough to allow Jean-Michael Cueto, who came in for Leyva, to make his way to second base. And with no one out, the Cougars are looking to put a real crooked number on the board.
Damian Leyva, he's a left-handed hitter going to Palm Beach State, playing for Coach Kyle Forbes next year.
That one must have just missed the plate.
It's a good take by Scantleberry. Looks like he sees the ball pretty well and pretty early.
2-1, runner on second, 3-0. It's a pitch from Kelts. Just inside, 3-1. Now he's got a hitter's count. Beautiful day. Nice afternoon for baseball here in Kendall.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's about 80 degrees. There's a light breeze coming from right to left across the outfield. And there's a free pass. Runners on first and second base. It'll bring up the senior right-hander, and he's a STU. He's going to be a Bobcat up there in St. Thomas next year. And he's a big power hitting, big boy here in Popowski.
Looks like he's got some strength.
Easy take up high, fastball up high. You know, Brandon Kelts is struggling a little bit, trying to find the zone here early, trying to get into a groove. Another one high taken for Pops on the left side. I've been watching him on social media. He's really dedicated to working out. He's taken this workout routine thing to another level, and it looks, I mean, he looks a lot leaner this year, stronger upper body.
Looks like an old school name with Boog Powell here, up at the plate. Old Key West High guy, you know, Baltimore Oriole.
Put an Oriole uniform on him, give him a little bit of a belly, and you got Boog Powell. All right, Scantlebury's on first, Cueto's on second. There's no one out. And that one almost hits him for ball 4. Now up for the Cougars is the catcher, David Builes. The bases are loaded and nobody outs. And a great start. Coach Leon couldn't have asked for anything better on this home opener. Nice breaking ball, but taken for a ball.
The nice thing to see here is obviously Kelts is better than what he's showing right now, and he's not panicking. He's still keeping his composure and trying to get things right. I'm sure he will.
Fires that one in there for a strike. A 1-1 with bases loaded. The corners are in for the Stallions, and a nice block by Cutler. Keeps it close enough to him to keep the runners where they're at. They lost 10-0. There's one on the outside corner. That's going to even the count here for the catcher. Brandon Kelts, the pitcher, he delivers out way outside to bring the count full. I'm going to go over these Stallion defense in just a second, but the battery's Brandon Kelts. He's a senior. Cole Cutler's behind the plate. He's also a senior. And around the infield, Brandon Fernandez is at first base. The payoff pitch, strike 3 called, and Builes goes down looking. In the box now for the Cougars, it's the junior third baseman, Lucas Fernandez. The corners are in. They're playing even with the bag. Bases loaded here, 1 out. Called the strike.
Good breaking ball there. Some good depth, little late spin to it.
Cueto's on third base. He came in for Damian Leyva. Jordan Scantlebury's on second base. Pops also got walked. He's on first. Builes struck out looking. And there's a shot in right center field. Diener goes back. It goes over his head and all the way to the wall. And the speedy Harridan may be looking for 3. He gets held up at second, but 2 scores. Scantlebury and Cueto is going to score, and it's going to make it 5-0 for the home team, the Killian Cougars. We got the leadoff batter coming up again, Kenry Blanco. He got walked and scored a run the first time up, and runners are in second and third base. That one gets away from Cutler, and big old Pops is going to score run number 6 here for the Killian Cougars. Boy, he had some speed there. He got home in a hurry for a big guy. Blanco, the center fielder. He's the Indian River commit.
It's a nice job by Heron, too, coming up with 0-0 count, sitting on dead red fastball and put that ball over the right fielder's head.
With his speed. I'm not surprised he didn't make it to third base on that. It is the first game. Now with a runner on third and 2 outs. The senior center fielder, I call him Mr. Excitement. He's, you never know what's going to happen with Kendrick. He can hit a home run, stand-up triple. And now when he fouls off at the plate, come on, Kendrick, don't make me look bad now.
He looks the part. Athletic, twitchy, can run, play defense, leadoff guy. Going to be a nice player for Indian River next year.
He could throw, run, hit for power average. Takes that one away for 2-1. Hey, there's a quick peek at us. Smile. There he is. This youngster's Mike Silvestri. We're in game number 4. 4 in a row, Mike. I haven't slept.
I bet. That was a good pitch.
6 already for the home team. In this bottom of the first, this home opener for the Cougars. And that one's hit to shallow right field, but the second baseman's coming out on the grass, maybe 2 steps on the grass to make the play. And we'll head to the top of the second inning with the Killian Cougars leading 6-0. We'll be right back on FSPN. Welcome back to Killian Cougar Field for some spring baseball between the visiting Stallions of Somerset Academy and the home team, the Killian Cougars. This is the top of the second inning. It's 6-0 in favor of the home team. And it'll bring up the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Stallions. And Cole Cutler, the catcher. Brian Oliva, the DH. Bailey Cisco, the third baseman. And if anyone gets on, it's the senior first baseman, Brian Fernandez. Sorry. And there's a ground ball over here to Fernandez. Third baseman Fernandez for the Cougars, and it just gets under his glove for a base hit.
Nice job by Cole jumping on the first pitch. With a 6-0 lead, Llambes is going to be aggressive and heavy fastball early in the count, as he should be at the high school level. And these Somerset guys should be able to take advantage of that and come out swinging.
Do you think that was an error or a hit?
I think that was an error.
I agree. In the box now for the Stallions, it's the DH, Brian Oliva. He's a junior. He's batting from the right side. And now Fernandez for the Cougars is in on the grass. That one's nubbed foul for a strike.
6-0. Pitch ahead, stay ahead.
Cutler on first. That could be a courtesy runner. Cutler's the catcher. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a courtesy runner in for him.
I believe it is.
Let's take a peek at him. There's a good look at the first baseman. Curveball stays high. A snapback throw by Builes. Not in time.
Nice job there. Almost caught him napping a little bit on that secondary lead.
Let's give you this shot and see if he goes. Oh, runner stays, and that ball's hit right back up the middle. Oh, and through the infield just past Jonah Costa. It's going to be a base hit for Brian Oliva. And that's going to bring up Bailey Crespo, the third baseman.
Now batting number 1, Bailey Cisco.
I'll tell you, Blanco in center field, his read off the bat was phenomenal there. Almost to the point where he was going to be able to make a throw to second base, and just, really instinctive.
This fall, I've seen him throw a runner out at first.
Wow.
So here's Llambes, Ryan Llambes. He's a sophomore. Throws one inside. Good velocity for a sophomore. He needs a little bit more experience, but Chris Leon had enough confidence in him to throw him out there for the home opener here.
District matchup, right?
Exactly, with the new district realignment. These two are in the same district. They're in 3A. Wow, that one looked like it fell off the table.
Some good depth. Nice job by the catcher blocking it.
Let's take a look at Cisco here, the third baseman. Top of the second, nobody out. Runners on first and second. 6-0, and that one's down low. That kind of handcuffed Builes.
Almost looked like he was crossed there, but he didn't acknowledge that as far as a trip to the mound.
3-0 the count. Nobody out. Here comes Llambes. Catches the outside corner. Peter Cerda, as we mentioned, is the head coach here for the Stallions. He has Bob Oth with him in the dugout, as well as Johnny Lopez and Omar Grafol. Here's the 3-1, swung on and missed to fill up the count.
Here we go, 3-2, nobody out. Runners on first and second.
Got to keep an eye on his pitch count. I know it's early in the game, but with the new FHAS rules, you know, there's a chart, and I believe Llambes is only 16. And there's one hit to the right side over to Jadon Heron, who comes up firing. He could have had somebody at second, but he just throws it back in, and the bases are going to be loaded. But I think he had plenty of time to get Oliva going to second base.
He had a really good beat on the ball. I think got it on one hop and just kind of pulled up there. But really, Killian outfield is doing a really good job reading balls off the bat. That was a nice job with Cisco going on a fastball away and hitting a line drive to right field.
So with no one out, David Builes, the catcher, comes out and has a word with the pitcher, the sophomore. Probably tell him, hey, guy, just chill. We got a 6-run lead. Keep the ball down. Don't try to do too much. The batter's Brandon Fernandez from the right side, the senior wearing number 23 with the bases loaded and no outs. The corners are about the same depth, and what a nice curveball there. Boy, he spun that one right in there.
It's a really good pitch.
Good confidence to throw that in the first pitch with bases loaded.
Front door curveball from a high school sophomore. That's pretty good.
He's developed over the fall. I remember he was a skinny guy. Now he's developed a little bit. So if he liked the first pitch, he went after it again. Just missed.
Showing some confidence.
Turned out to be a little breezy of a day for baseball. I mean, a little, maybe it's like a 1-club wind if you're a golfer, a club and a half. There's one that swung late on.
A little sink on that two-seam there. That was a good pitch.
So here's a good test for the sophomore. Now, you have a good lead, so you don't have to, be nitpicky around the edges, but it's going to be a good test to see if you can pitch your way out of a jam. Fouled off at the plate, and we'll do the 1-2 all over again. What did you think, Mike? I mean, early in your career, you're a sophomore. Now you got bases loaded in a home opener. I mean, you're going to earn your stripes after this.
This is the way you learn in this kind of environment, district matchup. It's a building block for a young man.
He likes to go from the stretch, although bases are loaded. He can go from the full windup. And he looks at Builes. They come to an agreement on a sign. Takes a peek over at third. He sets and deals, and that ball's lined to third, and it's off of the heel of Fernandez, and it scoots into shallow left field, where Jonah kicks it around, and shortstop finally gets it. Cutler's going to score a run for the visiting Stallions, and it's going to make this game 6-1. A sharply hit ball off the bat of Brandon Fernandez.
That ball was smoked. It was hit very hard. That's a hit in my book.
Nick Lopez, the junior, trying to keep the train moving here. He steps into the box from the right side. He's the second baseman. Leon looking for 2 up the middle. The corners are about even with the bag. Llambes from the stretch, and the first pitch is swung on high and inside from Nick Lopez.
Nick was geared up there. He was ready to hit. Going to chase one a little bit up and out of the zone.
No outs, bases loaded, 6-1 now. Somerset trying to creep back into this one. The 0-1, another fall off the table slider. This kid's not afraid to throw this pitch in any count.
It's good depth. Wasn't early, was fairly late. Good pitch.
Wow, the future looks bright for this Killian team if these are the kind of sophomores that they're throwing out here on opening day. Let's take a better look at Llambes there.
He likes to go back-to-back with the breaking ball. See if he changes that up a little bit.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and the first out of the inning is Nick Lopez. Struck out on a pitch low and away.
I believe that was 3 in a row, right? 3 breaking balls in a row. Came back at it. Confidence in that pitch as a young pitcher.
I like his demeanor, and if you talk to him, he's just a cool guy. He's laid back, he's like a fisherman, he's an old soul, this Ryan Llambes.
You could see there's no, bases loaded, there's no panic, slow heartbeat. He's going right after guys.
Right now it's the right-handed batting Rylan Diener. Nice block by Builes. Diener takes a ball low and away. Base is still loaded. One across the board here in the top of the second. It's 6-1 in favor of the home team, the Killian Cougars. And we're watching their home opener here on FSPN. Back-to-back excellent blocks by David Builes.
Builes just went to his right side and then to his left side, showing really good lateral range. Smothering the baseball, keeping it in front, runner can't advance.
Putting on a catcher's clinic back there. Llambes looking for a pitcher's best friend here, but instead he finds the outside corner to make the count 2-1.
That's another good job by Builes, keeping the ball in between his shoulders. The umpire a really good look at it.
That one's fouled off the screen to the right side. Count will come to 2-2 with one out, top of the second inning, and a 6-2 ball game.
2-2 count, bases loaded. Got a nice little battle going on here with one out.
And there's the shot I'm looking for. Don't blink, something's about to happen. The 2-2 here. Swung on and grounded foul. Ryan Llambes, the sophomore. Peter with a ground ball over to Jonah. Jonah flips it over to Arcaute, who flips to Pops, and he's got a double play, and we're out of the inning. The Stallions get one. They leave three, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. 6-1 here from Cougar Field, and you're watching FSPN.
Hello, my name is Mike Silvestri of Florida Diamond Recruiting Services. We're a full-service baseball recruiting consulting service for high school baseball players and their families. We also assist with junior college transfers and four-year transfer portal players. Our staff is over 150 years in the game today, consisting of full-time Major League Baseball scouting experience, both head high school and head college coaching experience, along with professional coaching and professional playing experience. Our unique ability to consult, evaluate, project, and network has allowed our families to achieve a 100% placement and offer rate to date. Come see us Sunday, February 23rd at the beautiful 365 hitting facility in Miami, Florida at 1 p.m. for a free recruiting seminar. We will touch on the topics such as the rules changes over the last year or two in college baseball recruiting, roster limitations, NIL deals, the transfer portal, and all the factors that affect today's high school baseball player looking to play college baseball. Visit us at www.floridabaseballrecruiting.com to learn more about who we are and the different types of packages that we offer to fit everyone's needs and budgets. Consult, evaluate, project, and network. Continue the dream. Florida Diamond Recruiting Services.
Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. It's our fourth consecutive game here, and we don't mind because it's been good baseball. We're having fun, and we're giving these kids the exposure that they need. And we're watching the Stallions of Somerset take on the home team, the Killian Cougars. Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. You're watching the Killian Cougars take on these Somerset Stallions. It's Uncle Muggs. Alongside me is Mike Silvestri, and he's with Florida Diamond Recruiting. Mike, welcome, and thank you, buddy.
Thank you for having me. This has been a good ball game so far.
6-1. I mean, Somerset's starting to scrap back into it. Arcaute, the second baseman, he steps in now, and he is a Barry University commit. Second baseman, handles the bat very well. It hit the very top of that thermos. Okay, we're taking a look at the pitcher for the Stallions. It's Braden Kelts. That one's in there to Arcaute. He bent that one a little bit.
Nice pitch. It's a good pitch, good take.
1-1 to the left-handed hitting Arcante, who was walked and scored a run. Nice fastball. He got a little piece of it.
Kelt's doing a good job here. He's been down, he's been up, he's changing eye levels. It's a good little battle going on here. We'll see what Lucas can do coming off that backside double play turn here, leading off this inning.
Here's a good look at the second baseman, senior Lucas Arcaute. That one's high and away. Even the count at 2-2. Not an easy name to say. There's a couple of them in this lineup that are a bit of tongue twisters, but after like 15 games, I got his name down pat.
They're rolling off your tongue.
His grandfather loves me. Juan says you're the only announcer that pronounces it right. Lucas Arcaute. Don't forget it. We'll take that one high to fill up the count.
Yeah, we should have full count here.
Another one that used to give me fits is the pitcher.
Llambes.
And that's Juan. Juan Llambes is the grandfather. He's the one that celebrated me. He says nobody can say his name like you. And there's a ball, 4, a free pass now. A walk to Arcaute brings up the North Florida commit, the shortstop, Jonah Acosta. And he's batting from the left side. Good contact, great defense. We saw him start that double play in the previous half inning. And here he is with a runner on first and nobody out. Throw over. Arcaute's in time. Kel steals. Arcaute goes. Steals that one.
You don't see that in high school baseball very often. We have a left-handed hitter up, and they just ran a really good textbook delayed steal. Catcher's vision's blocked, executed perfectly.
You know, I didn't want to give away too much, but I've been watching a few games with Coach Leon. Shh, he likes to do that. Just don't tell anybody. Now Arcaute is at second. Just caught the corner for a strike to Acosta to even the count at 1-1. 6-1 ball game. Bottom of the second inning. We're at beautiful Cougar Field. Somerset versus Killian. It's the 1-1, an off-speed pitch, and it's lifted to shallow left field right over the third baseman. It's going to be trouble if it's fair, and it's just foul. It's just going to be a big strike. And there goes Arcaute to third. That one slapped over to left center. No, it's hit to center field where he's given a chase, and Grafals catches it near the wall.
It's a nice play by the center fielder.
Makes a great catch out there in deep center field. He had to turn his back to the ball and go get it. But Arcaute was stealing. He was going on that pitch, and he wasn't able to tag up even though it was deep enough. So we're looking at one out with a runner on second base, and it's going to bring up Jean-Michael Cueto. After a quick mound visit from head coach Peter Cerda, he's going to leave the starting pitcher in there, Brandon Keltz, and he's going to face Jean-Michael Cueto on the left side with the runner on second, one out. It's the bottom of the second, 6-1. There's a fastball right up the middle.
Good pitch, good take. He swung at the first pitch last time up and was aggressive again early and kind of pulled up on that, and it was probably a good take on his end.
Arcaute on second. No throw. Takes a long look at Arcaute, now spins and throws it into center field. And Arcaute's going to stay there. A little miscommunication and an overthrow. He's got an opportunity for run number 7. Right now it's 6-1, bottom of the 6th. Keltz steps off. The 1-1 to Cueto. Swung on and lifted the right side of the infield and up high. The sun might have something to do with it. Now the shortstop's calling in. He catches it right behind the mound for the first out. 2 outs, sorry. The runners on second base is Lucas Arcaute by way of a walk. And now it brings up Jordan Scantleberry, the left fielder. Good looking kid, good power, good pull power. Ooh, and there's one that just caught the inside. No, he missed for a ball.
This is a good pitch.
Looked good from here. Brandon Kelsey's still the pitcher. He was the starter. He gets that one over for a strike.
He went in on the first pitch, went away on the second pitch. Let's see what he does here. Who's going to win the 1-1 count?
Good little matchup here between Kelts and Scantlebury. Short hopping. Nice block by Cole Cutler again behind the plate.
Tell you what, Scantlebury did the same thing in his first AB. He has really good takes. It looks like he sees the ball early, very much in control in the batter's box, athletic in the batter's box.
The 2-ball, 1-strike pitch is taken on the corner to even the count at 2-2 to the junior left fielder.
That was a tough pitch. It was a strike and really tough for any hitter to offer at and be able to make decent contact on a really good pitch by Kelts.
Kelch from the stretch takes a peek at Arcarte at second. He delivers outside. The count goes full.
Here we go now. Protect out there. Let's go. Protect out there.
3-2, 2 outs with a runner on second. Bottom of the second, 6-1. Kelch looks, now delivers, swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. The Cougars leave one. They get no runs, and we head to the top of the third inning, 6-1. From Cougar Field, you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're watching the Killian Cougars take on the Stallions of Somerset Academy.
Llambes, they're just doubled up on 2 changeups. Really good arm speed, a little bit of a dead fish late action to it. Back-to-back strikes, keeping the ball away from the left-handed hitter with a little fade action as well.
So far, it's been all Cougars. The right-handed pitcher for the Cougars is a sophomore. His name is Ryan Llambes. And he's earning his stripes here today. He's got 3 strikeouts. He's the last batter for the Stallions. Then they'll face Asher Grafals. He's the leadoff hitter. And then it'll be Brandon Kelts, followed by Dylan Beaton. And it's been fun to watch him. I mean, he's got a good mix of pitches. We've seen changeups, curves early, and he throw them anywhere in the count. There's strike 3 called.
Nice backdoor curveball. Tell you what, for a 10th grader, he's got feel for a changeup. He's got feel for his breaking ball. He's throwing his fastball for strikes. Got a nice future ahead of him. And clearly has a game plan when he's trying to go after a hitter.
Asher Grafals. Sorry, this is Dylan. The batter now for the Stallions is the pitcher, Brandon Kelts. He's trying to help his own cause here. And he takes 4 straight. Let's see if he can pitch his way out of this. Win, lose, or draw, the experience that he's going to gain pitching in these type of games are only going to help him in the future. This is going to be outstanding work for him. So far, he's shown his composure. What's your take on all this, Mike?
I think he's done a really good job. I mean, feel for 3 pitches. He's going after guys. He's got a plan. Certainly helps too when your offense spots you 6 runs in the first.
You can try things, be conservative. You can be a little risky. Do whatever you want, really.
A little out of sync right now. Just kind of opening up a little bit. Here comes the pitching coach. Give him a little talk. Get him back in rhythm again.
This has been brought to you by the Coach's Corner. Our friend Alex Diaz over there. He's a complete printing service He does screen printing, caps, uniforms, of course, business cards, but he does these spectacular banners. He's located really close to the highway off of the new expressway that leads out to Miami Airport. Great turnaround time, tremendous service, great prices, and he is the official printer of FSPN. Go see our boy Alex. He's a baseball guy. He likes the Cuban coffee, so make sure you take him a little colada, and he'll love you.
That's awesome.
That's Alex Diaz over at Coach's Corner. Tomorrow we got a good one. We have Columbus at Florida Christian at 7 o'clock at Florida Christian Field at Briggy's house. And that's always a fun environment. You've been to Florida Christian.
Many times, many times.
It's been a fun week so far. This is the 4th game that we do in a row. We've had 2 season openers and 2 home openers, and that one's hit high to Henry. And he goes back, coming to the wall, right before the wall, makes the catch in the breeze for the second out. Well, he had to go a long way. He does play a little shallow.
When you go back on the ball as well as he does and read balls off the bat, you can do that.
Pitcher, you have a veteran infield, Jonah Acosta. He's a senior. Lucas Arcaute, another committed player at first base. Pops. You have 3 committed players in the infield. You feel pretty confident in the catcher that's making blocks like that. I feel like I can go out there and throw a little.
He's done a great job today blocking the ball. Get a little action in the bullpen, too, on the Killian side.
Can't see exactly who it is. And there goes the runner. Builes comes up firing right on the base, but tag wasn't in time. Good accurate throw, just not enough on it to get the runner. Stallions have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning against the sophomore Ryan Llambes.
Llambes needs to get back in a little bit of a rhythm here.
This is Cole Cutler. He's the left-handed hitting catcher. Takes that one in there. Looks like he's settled in a little bit. 2 outs. Good ball game. Nice day. Good crowd. Good food. I mean, this concession here, the wind's blowing away from us, but when the wind blows at the booth, and you want to just go over there and grab something to eat. Llambes is 1-1, is lifted to right field. Scantlebury goes back to the fence, into the wind. He goes all the way to the fence, and it's off the bottom of the fence. So it's going to score the courtesy runner for Celts, and Cole Cutler's going to cruise into second base with an RBI double.
He got that fastball up, and he jumped all over it. 3-1 count. He was sitting dead red, and he got it.
These games that are kind of one-sided.
It's coming back off a base hit up the middle in his first AB.
There's a look at the DH. It's a ground ball to me. Foul ball for a strike. He's the 3rd baseman. He singled his last time up. Llambes takes a peek over at Cutler. Now he comes to the plate with something off speed.
Good pitch. Have a slurvy breaking ball there.
That had some slider to it, some slider tilt, and then it had a curveball bite, so we'll call it a slurve.
That's all we can do. 0-2 count.
Arcante coming over to make sure Cutler doesn't go too far away from second. Here's the 0-2, put him away, and he doesn't. Outside for ball 1.
Llambes likes to double up. When he throws a breaking ball or a changeup, anything off speed, he'll tend to come back to it right away, and maybe needs to mix that up as he gets to the second time through the lineup.
As a journalist, as a broadcaster, I know I have to be, neutral. But I really like these Cougars, Mike. I mean, I gotta admit, this is my team. If I had a home team, and I know I love the Firebirds, Matter and Umberto, those are my boys. South Ridge, you gotta love those guys. I love the Braddock and everybody else, but I mean, this is my home. And Chris Leon opened his doors to me this fall. And here's the 2-2, and it's in the dirt. Builes with a great stop, keeps it close enough. Cutler stays on second.
Another good block.
And my props and heads. I love Leon. I love these Cougars. The fans are great. The parents are all great, and they have excellent support from the school, the athletic director, the principal, everybody they support. Of course, academics first, but then they have an excellent athletic program.
I remember seeing Chris as a player when he was at Florida Christian playing for Coach Ernie Padron.
The 3-2 to Oliva up high, and it's going to get a runner on. Walks him with 2 outs. And that hurts. It's almost like pulling a scab off.
Now batting number 1.
Yeah, first base was open, so let's see. Got an easy force play here anywhere in the infield, 2 outs.
So Llambes at first. Cole Cutler, or a courtesy runner for Cutler because he's the catcher. And your batter is Bailey Cisco with Brandon Fernandez on deck. And that skied straight up. Builes calls it. Llambes calls it, the third baseman. And finally, Builes makes a basket catch right in front of the mound for out number 3. Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're at Killian Cougar Field for the Stallions of Somerset Academy. And it's an home opener for the Cougars. On the mound is still the starting pitcher, Brandon Keltz, and batting is the senior Bobcat St. Thomas commit, Pops Popowski. He was walked the first time up. Takes a couple fastballs up high. We're at the bottom of the third inning, a 6-2 ball game.
It was a good take. Ball up a little bit. The disciplined take on his part.
Just outside for Keltz. There's a good look at Pops.
He walked in his first AB. Let's see what he does here. 3-0 count obviously should be taken.
Keltz comes and he delivers. One down the middle. He's a presence in the box. Pops is a big guy, but he's as humble as a bear. He always says hello to me. Good manners, good kid. And that one's hit high. Up to here. If he's got room, it's an out, but there it is. Uncle Muggs was ready off the screen.
You were ready. Nice aggressive hack there too, 3-1.
Three and one to count. The big Pops, actually it's full count. Payoff pitch is swung on and off the screen again. We'll do it all over. Doesn't go down without a fight. No outs here. Bottom of the third.
It's a good batter. Keltz battled back from 3-0. Had a few foul balls here, and now here we go. Do it again.
His bat speed has really gotten better over the last half year. Oh, and he hits that one in the right center field gap. Daner goes back. He's having trouble with the sun, but he makes the play for a big out.
Just missed that one.
One out here.
3-2.
With one out, no one on base. The score is 6-2. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and the Cougars send up to bat is the catcher, David Builes. Swinging at that first pitch. And I think that caught a piece of Cutler. They're going to give him a second to recuperate. You know, the umpire should clean off the plate and just give him some time.
Yeah, that caught him in the leg.
So now that we have an opportunity here, we have a full schedule coming up, but I just want to mention, if anybody, a business or an organization, you want to advertise on this network, we still have 43 more games in this season, and we'd love to have you. We have a couple already, but we have room for one more. So reach out to us, call us, or drop us a line, and we're always open to help each other out here. You're watching spring baseball right here on FSPN. The home team, the Cougars, and the Peter Cerda led Stallions in a 6-2 ball game. We're at the bottom of the third inning. And the catcher's up to bat. There's a strike, caught the corner.
Keltz changing slots again on that breaking ball. Kind of dropping down a little bit, and El Duque like.
Sure did. He did remind me of El Duque there a little bit. That's funny because we saw Levon the other day. He's coaching I Matter. Easy take there. One hopper off the screen.
Did not know he was coaching.
He's at a school called I Matter. And he's got a scrappy little bunch there. It's fun to see a pro come back home, come back and give back what he learned. No, one out. And there's two.
Good
Strikeout.
breaking ball.
And it was caught by Cutler, so we don't need to throw. Coming into the box right now, here's a kid that needs to have a breakout season here as a junior. He's a big frame, good third baseman. He's down in the order now, but after a few games, I expect that Chris Leon's going to bring him up in the order. Let's see what he does here against Kelts.
Kelts is getting into a nice little rhythm here. Throwing his breaking ball for strikes, getting ahead with his fastball.
The 0-1 to Fernandez. He spins that one in there for strike. Fernandez steps out and he says, wow, I'm down 0-2 already.
That was quick. Good tempo, good rhythm by Kelts.
Struck out looking his first at bat.
Sit right up the middle, big. Right back at him. Let's go.
Good look there at Fernandez. Good take.
Good take, just missed. Good pitch, good take.
Here's a look at the Cougar bench. They're wearing the bright yellow Oakland A's type uniforms. Swung on and missed for the second strikeout to Lucas Fernandez, and that's the third one of the inning. Nothing across the board for the Cougars, and we head to the top of the fourth. 6-2 in favor of the home team.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back to Killian Cougar Field for some spring baseball 2025. We have a new pitcher for the Killian Cougars. We're facing the Somerset Stallions, and his name is Sebastian Perez. He's a hard-throwing right-hander. He's got a couple 3 pitches, and he'll face number 7, 8, and 9 for the Stallions in the likes of Brandon Fernandez, the first baseman. He'll be followed by Nick Lopez. Then it's Rylan Diener. And then it's Asher Grafals, if anyone he gets on. Stallions have someone warming up in the bullpen. They're sending somebody over there to protect them in case of a line drive. Fernandez stands in from the right side. He had a base hit his last time up. Top of the fourth inning. Fouled at the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. So we can close the book on the sophomore. Nice curveball in there by Sebastian. So, Mike, we can close the book on the sophomore. He had 4 strikeouts, gave up a couple hits, walked 1 batter. What's your view on how he performed today?
I thought he was really good. He was composed. He made adjustments. Showed 3 pitches. For a sophomore in high school to throw a changeup and double it up and triple it up at one point and come back to doubling up his breaking ball, he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Here's another good-looking junior for Chris Leon that he has in his stable. He has another one in Brandon Pfeiffer that's just a bulldog. I mean, this guy reminds me of a mini Roger Clemens, like a condensed Roger Clemens. Same toughness, goes after batters. So that's 3 right there that are on the shelf for next year. Not on the shelf, but ready to go for next year. Nice.
Let's see what Fernandez does at this AB. He hit the hard line drive to the third baseman. Was absolutely smoked in his first AB.
Swung on and missed for strike 3. But Sebastian gets his first strikeout here with the first batter. And we're in the top of the 4th inning. The score is 6-2 in favor of the home team, the Killian Cougars.
It's a nice pitch. Like sneaky fast there, is aggressive. And went right after the hitter.
Nick Lopez is the batter for the Stallions. He's the second baseman, a junior. Right-handed batter, struck out in his last at-bat. Sebastian starts him off with one off the elbow. That caught a piece of him. He's not even going to rub it. He's just going to man up and head down to first. Gives a high five to his first base coach, Bob Auth. He used to play with Bob back in the early 80s, and that man used to throw a good 90 miles an hour when we were 17 years old. He could really bring it. He got a big boy.
Remember, he's the Killian pitching coach here back in the 90s, too, for Coach Mike Sell.
So with a runner on, one out, the Stallions are going to send up the center fielder, Rylan Diener. There's a strike by Perez.
Llambes was able to get Diener with one out to ground into that inning double play, his first AB. Let's see what he does up this time.
Throw back to first. Pop tags him, but it's not in time. He's got plenty. There's a good look at Diener, the center fielder. Made a couple good catches already today on the defensive side.
He can play center field. He's really instinctive.
How much do recruiters and scouts look at the defense? You know, is it something? It's super important.
It is, without question. Obviously, the bat's the first thing, but for him and his position right up the middle, it's uber important to be able to play. Can you play center field? He's answered that question today. Yes.
The 1-1 to Diener. Popped into the screen, foul ball.
Oh, that clearly wasn't a hit and run, that's for sure.
6-2, I would start doing something, maybe putting a little pressure on this Cougar defense with a bunt or a hit and run. Lopez on first, he was hit by a pitch. Brandon Fernandez started this inning with a strikeout. The new pitcher is Sebastian Perez. There's a hard liner hit past the diving Fernandez at third. Lopez is going to stop on second because Candleberry got to it pretty quick. But on that play, he tried to call timeout in the middle of the pitch. It wasn't granted to him by the home plate umpire. He put his hand back on the bat and turned on that one, smoked it down the line for a base hit. Sophomore center fielder, tall, lanky left-handed hitter, and he'll be followed by the pitcher, Brandon Keltz. That one's just outside from Sebastian. 6-2, top of the 4th inning on a little bit breezy, but overall nice afternoon for baseball. We're at Killian Cougar Field, where it's never looked better. Shout out to to one of the coaches, Eric Martinez, who I call him the grass whisperer. The 0-1 finds the plate.
It's a good pitch. He went away, and his first pitch came in on the hands, under the hands for the second pitch. At a 1-1 count here. Field's in great shape. Beautiful.
You know, for a public school, for any school, I mean, these guys really take pride in what they do. They're out here on the weekends. He spends a lot of time on that mower. The 1-1 to Grafals is swung on and line into right center. Arcarte lost it in the sun, and here comes Heron to second. He's going to get the forced out. Tries to go over to third. Jonathan threw it over to Lucas, but a nice heads-up play there by Heron on a hard hit liner over the second baseman. He got the forced out at second base.
Got a really good beat on the ball. He was playing up to begin with. Got a good beat on the ball on one hop and with a nice strike through to second base.
I think he learned from the last time. He had plenty of time to do that, but right now we have Stallions in the corner. For the pitcher, Brandon Keltz was trying to help his own cause here. So Lopez makes it to third. Rafals is on first. The sophomore's got a good lefty swing. That was a nice hit. And now with the sun setting, there's a ball outside. Here at Killian Cougar Field, the whole right side of the field has got to shield their eyes. They're out there with sunglasses. You'll see them with the glove in front of their face. So I think that line drive, I don't know if Arcarte could have caught it, but he did have to shield his eyes from the sun.
He really plays shallow looking at him now.
Pick off over to first.
Grafals did a nice job in his AB. He's got a good frame to build on. It was a pretty good swing that he put down on a fastball. He's a good-looking job by him.
6-2. Top of the fourth, Brandon Kelts with a chance to tack one more on the board. He calls time, and it's granted to him by the home plate umpire. There's a strike by Sebastian. One and one the count to Dylan Beaton. Swung on it, dribbled over to first base. If it stays fair, no, it's just foul. Pops was all over that one.
So we got a 1-2 count, first and third, 2 outs. Hitters behind in the count. Wonder if they're going to do anything here. Early break or something along those lines.
All right, with 2 outs, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You have your second batter come up again, start off the next inning. The runner stays. Wow, umpire just freezes. That looked like a strike.
That was a really good pitch.
That's been a strike all day. Grafals edges off of first. Lopez is on third. Sebastian kicks and deals, and there's a chopper hit foul right at the plate.
Kelts is battling.
Kelts is grabbing his elbow like if he pulled something. He's up there holding on to his left elbow with his right arm. It looks like he's up there one-handed. 2-2 with 2 outs. Here comes Perez. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So the Stallions leave 2. They get none here in the top of the fourth, and we head to the bottom of the fourth inning with your score: the Killian Cougars 6 and the visiting Stallions 0. And you're 2. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back to Killian Cougar Field, where we have some spring high school baseball, Dade County Kendall style. Somerset Academy Stallions have paid a visit here to Cougarland. Peter Cerda is at the helm of the Stallions, and of course, Chris Lyon in the box now is Jaden Herron.
Kelts, after that rough first inning, he's really settled in nice. His third inning was the best one of the game for him.
6-2, bottom of the fourth. Herron hit a solid double his first at-bat as an RBI. And there's a hard hit grounder. 2 hops over to the first baseman, Fernandez. He takes it himself for the first out. It's going to recycle the lineup, and we're going to have the leadoff batter, the center fielder, the Indian River commit, Kendry Blanco, coming up, and he's walked his last 2 times up. Kelts leaves that one up high for ball 1 to Blanco. 6-2 game, bottom of the fourth inning. The Cougars put 6 in the first inning. And there's one hit to left field. If it's down the line, it's trouble. It's going to get by Sejas. It's going to roll almost to the fence. And Blanco, with his speed, he can end up on second base with a cup of coffee. Kelts is still the pitcher for the Stallions, and he starts off Arcarte with a ball high. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a good look at the second baseman, Lucas Arcaute.
Tell you, Blanco's had a nice game. He's done everything you want a leadoff guy and center fielder to do. Play defense, get on base, make things happen, distract the pitcher. He's going to be a nice college player.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it's 6-2. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off for third here. He's that fast. Beaten all over him at shortstop. Tough pitch, but he takes it inside for a strike called.
Blanco is disruptive at second base.
Yeah, he could draw your attention with the speed and the hopping around on base, on the base pass. And that one's looped into shallow left field. Sejas is coming in on it. He has trouble, but he makes it up for it. Reaches out and grabs that one. Boy, he zigzagged all over the place. Finally made the play for the second out of the inning. With a runner on second, Kelts deals down low. 4-1 to the Indian River commit. It'll bring up Jean-Michael Cueto. The batter is Jean-Michael Cueto after a walk to Acosta. Cougars on first and second. Here comes Cueto with a take for a strike. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Uncle Muggs alongside Mike Silvestri bringing you some spring baseball, Kendall style. Here's the 0-1. The runner goes. Blanco gets in there. Now he's going to go all the way home on an errant throw from Cutler.
He's so disruptive on the base pass.
And there's a touchdown now for the Cougars. They have 7. 0-2 to Cueto. And he hits one into left center field where Grafals has got a beat on it. He's got to battle the sun, come a long way, and the lefty makes a grab in the gap. The Cougars leave one, but they get one. And the score is 7-2 as we head to the top of the fifth inning here from Cougar Field. And you're watching FSPN.
You're watching Miami-Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your hosts, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs.
Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of spring baseball. We're covering our fourth consecutive game, and we're at Cougar Field for the Somerset Stallions versus the home team, the Killian Cougars, and we have a 7-2 ball game. We're in the top of the fifth inning, and due up is the leadoff batter, the right fielder, Asher Grafals. He'll be followed by Brandon Kreltz. He's the pitcher. Then it's Dylan Beaton, the shortstop, and Cole Cutler, the catcher. Beaton flied out and struck out. The pitcher, Sebastian Perez, he's a junior. 7-2 here in the top of the fifth. Have a new catcher. His name is John Chency for the Cougars. And that ball scorched in the left center field, but there goes Blanco, and Blanco can't get it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. And there goes Beaton on his way to second. Blanco throws it in to Fernandez. And we're going to have a leadoff double for the Stallions. Cole Cutler. Sebastian takes a peek now at Beaton. Now he comes to the plate, fires a little outside. First pitch ball.
Look like there was a first pitch change up to the catcher.
Sebastian Perez, 1 ball, no strikes. Beaton swings and hits that one to center field. Blanco's got a beat on it, although he's going back almost to the fence. He catches it, and I don't know why Beaton didn't tag up on that. That was hit far enough, and it didn't look like it was falling to the gap.
Another really good play in center field. I mean, just really good beats on the ball, good angles, good depth, and showed some arm strength there, too. That would have been interesting if he did tag up on that. He might have had him.
I've been told that he's been clocked at 92 on the mound. He's been penciled in as their closer. And you're right, Mike, he does get a great jump on the ball. He just looks like he can read these guys' minds or look at their swing and see where the ball's going to be. Brian Olivas, the DH. He's in the box now for the Stallions with 1 out and a runner on second base. Sebastian kicks and deals. It looks like he missed that one, not by much. He's going to even the count at 1-1. 0-1. The 1-0. Now it's Sebastian Perez takes another peek at Dylan Beaton, fires one inside.
You know, those pitches aren't missing by much, just on the inside part. I mean, I thought that call could have gone either way. Perez does have some effort, a little bit of effort to the delivery, but that's a quick-armed guy, and sometimes they have that little head snap to him, but he's aggressive and goes right after guys.
Now let's take a peek at him here. It looks like he snaps his face away at the last minute. And as he walks, Brian Oliva with 1 out here. Nobody out. No, 1 out. There's 1 out. The fly ball to Blanco.
Yeah, we have 1 out to the human vacuum cleaner out there in center field.
He catches everything. All right, the batter is Bailey Cisco. Base hit his first time up. Flied up to the pitcher the catcher the last time up. And he's a right-handed batter. Trying to put something in play. Calls time at the plate. There's a ball outside. So let me ask you this, Mike. Would you pronounce it Perez or Perez?
I would go Perez.
We're going to go safe with the Perez. Although if my mom's listening, she'd be like, it's not Perez, it's Perez. There's a ground ball up the middle, back to the pitcher. He goes to Acosta for 1, over to Pops for the second double play, or was he called safe? Second double play, it'll end the inning. The Stallions leave 2, they get 0, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with your score 7-2 in favor of the Killian Cougars. And you're watching FSPN.
You're watching Miami Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your hosts, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs.
Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball, and we're coming to you from Cougarland. We have a new pitcher for the Somerset Stallions, and he was the third baseman, Bailey Cisco. He just swapped places with Brandon Kelts. He was the starting pitcher, and he'll be facing the junior left fielder, Jordan Scantleberry, who takes the first pitch for a strike here in the bottom of the 5th inning, with your score 7-2 in the home opener for the Killian Cougars. Big looping curveball by Cisco in there for strike 2.
Come on, that's up. Hey, let's go, Jay. That wasn't you, that's up. Let's go, kid.
Scanterbury with good pop. Cisco leaves that one outside for a ball.
Tom Scanterbury here. He might be one to sit on a curveball. 1-2 count.
Cisco from the full windup. Here's the 1-2, a fastball. Just got a piece of it up to the right side. It's right here. Might go in the net. Right next to us for strike. We'll do the 1-2, one over again.
So 1-2 fastball. Again, I'd have to say a breaking ball be coming here.
So you'd be sitting breaking ball here. Here's the 1-2, and it is a breaking ball. Man, I think you know what you're doing. That's lined in a base hit in the center field. It's brought in by Griffalls, but you were all over that one, Mike. Good call. And it'll bring up the big right-hander, the STU commit, Jacob Popowski. Speedy Scantleberry's on first.
Scantleberry did a nice job there. I know he struck out the at-bat before on a curveball, but I think he sees the ball really well and sees it early enough, and he kept his hands back in that breaking ball and hammered to left center field.
There's a good look. Swing and a miss by Pops. Throw over to first, not in time. Scantleberry definitely a threat to run. Another throw to first. All that's doing is getting Jordan's uniform dirty. He creeps off of first. Popowski the 1-1, and he drills that one into right field. And that's going to go, Scantleberry's going to go all the way to third base. Now Diener's having trouble with the throw, and they're sending him to the plate. And he's going to come across for the 8th run of the day. Good hustle by Jordan, and Pops makes it into second base on the throw.
Scantleberry basically scored on a single there from first base. Just really good job base running, put his head down, right fielder bobbled the ball, and he kept going.
Your batter's John Chency. He came in for the starting catcher, David Builis. He's also a left-handed batter, and you notice all the left-handed batters here. It's unbelievable how many they have. I think they had 7 in the starting lineup.
It's like we're watching a Canadian hockey team here with all these left-handed hitters.
It's like having Mike Weir, Bubba Watson. That one's lifted into center field, popped up, and in comes Griffalls. Battles the sun, and he makes the play. So 1 out. The Cougars send up a pinch hitter, and Kevin Nunez. He's coming in for the junior Lucas Fernandez, and will probably stay in to play third base. Kevin Nunez can swing the bat, and he's got Popowski on second base. First pitch swinging, and that gets by Kelts, who went to third base. They're going to hold up Pops, even though there was a bobble out there by the new left fielder. And it'll put the Cougars in the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
You got to like Nunez coming in and making the most of his opportunity. First pitch fastball he sees, base hit to left field. That's what a coach wants to see.
That curveball's outside.
Hey, stay hot here, John. Let's go, man.
Two and 0 to the speedy Jadon Heron.
Another Coach Leon delayed steal, first and third with a left-handed hitter up. textbook.
There's another one in the dirt. First base is open now. The count goes to 3-0 on the senior right fielder. On deck is the Indian River commit that we've been talking about, Henry Blanco. The 3-0's taken for a strike. And he'll be followed by the senior Lucas Arcaute. He's the Barry commit. And must be a nice luxury to have 6, 7 starters committed. It's almost like we're watching a college game. Swung on and missed.
You don't see that a lot today where 5, 6 commits on one team. It's unusual. I think it was more prevalent maybe back in the 90s with less schools. So hats off to Coach Leon for developing these guys.
There's one inside and walked him. The bases are going to be loaded here for the Cougars and 1 out. Nowhere to put him. Bailey Cisco's going to have to go after him. I'm talking about the center fielder. Henry Blanco flops one over for a ball. Nice block back there again by Cutler. We've mentioned his name a few times on the broadcast today. Feisty little scrappy catcher back there.
He swung the bat well today, too. Both teams' catchers have done a really nice job defensively today. Right guy, right spot here in Blanco if you're Coach Leon.
And that one's hit to the right side on one hop over to Brandon Fernandez. He comes home for the forced out and gets Popowski for the second out of the inning. The bases will still be loaded. Henry Blanco on first base. First pitch swinging there by Arcaute. There's 2 outs, bases loaded. Your score is 8-2 in favor of the home team, the Killian Cougars, over the visiting Somerset Stallions. Arcaute fly to left field. Got walked twice today. There's another off-speed pitch, and that one gets away from Cutler.
It's a good take by Arcaute.
I could see where, you're young. You're not young, you're a senior, but you want to hit the ball. It's the first game at home. Everybody's watching. You've gotten walked twice, and that adds to the, builds up the pressure a little bit. The 1-1 to Arcaute, a fastball swung on it, missed.
He tried to hit that one out of the ballpark. It was a pretty big aggressive hack on his part. See how he battles back here with 2 strikes.
Contact. 8-2. Great home opener for the Cougars. That one's just outside. 2-2. Interesting here about Killian Cougar Field, all the history and the bricks and everything, but now the shadows start to creep across the infield, and they're almost on the pitcher's mound, and I feel that causes the batter a little bit of difficulty in picking up the ball. He swings right through that one for strike 3, so the Cougars leave 3, they get 1, and we head to the top of the 6th inning, and you're watching FSPN. Thank you for watching FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're at Killian Cougar Field, and we have a pretty good game. I think it's a good game. It's always a good game when we're playing baseball. This one's between the Stallions and the Cougars. The second pitcher for the Cougars is Sebastian Perez. He's a junior right-hander, and he'll be facing Brian Fernandez from the right side. It's 8-2. It's the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, outside of the first inning, it's a 2-2 ball game.
You're right. Everything happened for Killian in the first inning. Fouled at the plate.
Perez, when he's on time, shows a nice late breaking depth to his breaking ball. Kind of happens at the plate for him.
Fernandez struck out. His last at bat, a base hit, takes that one outside. And there you see the shadows starting to get on the mound. One and two here to Fernandez. Swings and hard grounder to the left side. Foul of third base. We have a new third baseman for the Killian Cougars. Lucas Fernandez has come out of the game for Kevin Nunez. Solid third baseman, good defense, can swing the bat. There's a curveball and it's swung right on cue to Nunez. He picks it up, backhands it, fires across the pops and makes the first out of the inning. Thank you very much over there, Kevin Nunez.
On cue, you're praising him for his all-around play. Nice backhand play, made it look easy. That was not an easy play, and he made it look easy. Good job by Kevin.
Nick Lopez is the batter that Peter Cerda sends up for his Stallions of Somerset Academy. Top of the sixth. Lopez is hit by a pitch, and he takes that curveball, soft hit line drive over Acosta's reach at shortstop. The Indian River, the North Florida commit, almost came up with that one. Nice base hit for Nick Lopez. Here comes batter number 9 for the Stallions. It's Ryan Diener. He's the center fielder. He's made a couple good plays defensively. Had a base hit his last time up. Hit into a double play the time before. And now with a runner on for Sebastian. John Chency, the new catcher. Nice block behind the plate.
Would like to see the arm strength on Chency because it looks pretty good in between innings, but not in an 8-2 ball game. They're not going to run down by 6.
Chency's going to come out and talk to his fellow junior compadre there. Future's bright for these Cougars. I tell you, they have a nice junior crop.
He's got some depth. I mean, put another catcher in, behind Buies, and who did a great job. And then this guy comes in. He's physical. He's got arm strength. Chency. They got depth on the mound. It's a nice looking ball club. The future is bright, without question.
Two and 0 to the last batter, Ryan Diener. And he swings and hits that one up the middle. Sebastian picks it up, fires over to Jonah at shortstop where he makes the out. Over to Popowski, and that's the end of that. The Stallions leave 1, but nothing across the board, and we head to the bottom of the 6th, and the score's 8-2 in favor of the Killian Cougars, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching Miami Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your host, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs.
I'm going to do it in Spanish here. Bienvenidos a Killian Cougar Field, donde tenemos un juego de béisbol de los Archivaratos. That was a good one, huh? That's high school.
It's outstanding. Bienvenidos.
Jonathan Acosta is the leadoff batter. He's the North Florida Osprey commit. Count goes to 1-1. Bailey Cisco is still your pitcher, and he's consumed in the shadows of the mound, so it's going to be hard for these batters to pick up the ball. That one's low and away. Count goes to 2-1 strike on the left-handed hitting Acosta. Jonah, they call him. Up high for ball 3.
Coach Leon's got a lot of left-handed hitters like we were talking about, but he's got a lot of athletic-looking guys in a uniform, and that's not always what you see, that many guys.
2-1 is hit high and shallow right center field. Everybody's converging on it. The second baseman, Lopez, is calling, and he makes the play. Chase Martinez. Mr. Doubles, I call him. Takes a strike.
It's a big kid coming off the bench for the Killian Cougars.
Anyway, he's a big teddy bear, one of the nicest kids. Respectful, always says hi. goes out of his way. You can tell he's well-spoken. We interviewed him. That was a lot of fun. We had a Meet the Cougars session where they interviewed each other, and I had him lead off the session because he spoke so well. I mean, I'm scared for my job even. I mean, if he wanted it, he can come and get it.
That's awesome.
Outside, way to lay off that one. Chase Martinez. Well, I don't know if anybody works harder, but nobody posts more of his hard work, because I'm seeing him in social media. Every time I open up my phone, it's Chase swinging, Chase running, Chase taking infield drills. Lays off that one, too. He's with the Cambridge program. He's with the student government. Just a well-spoken, well-rounded kid. Really like this kid. He's going to be a CEO of some company if he doesn't make the majors. 2-2 in the dirt. Battled his way back into this at-bat. The batter's the only one in the sun. 3/4 of the infield are in the shadow, and here comes the payoff pitch, and it swung on and hit deep in left field, but it's going to stay in the yard. I think that's Cejas who drifts back to the 350 sign and makes the catch. And that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Scantlebury comes up to the plate for the Killian Cougars, and he had a base hit in his last time up.
Martinez just missed that one. Just missed it.
Struck out, and 2 hits on the day. So a nice day for Scantlebury. He takes that curveball for a strike.
Hey, way to leave that, kid. Way to leave that. Let's be a hitter here. Let's go.
You've had a good day if the front of your uniform is dirty, right?
Absolutely.
That's swung on, and if there's room in the infield, the catcher might have it. Cutler calls, and now it's Cisco, and he makes the 3rd out. They go up, 3 down, and we head to the top of the 7th, and this could be it. We'll be right back with more high school baseball on FSPN. Welcome back to FSPN's coverage of the home opener for the Killian Cougars. They're playing the Stallions. It's an 8-2 game. We're in the top of the 7th inning, so if everything goes to plan, this could be the last 3 outs. I'm Uncle Muggs, alongside Mike Silvestri. Mike, I want to say thank you, buddy, for coming down from Davie. I know it's a long haul, and the traffic and the Miami and the Cubans and all the horn beeping and the exhaust and the radios, but thanks for coming, buddy. Really, I appreciate it.
My pleasure. This has been fun. Thank you for having me.
So you're going to take over the play-by-play. I'm going to we're going to keep this shot right here, and we're going to set up for the post-game interview.
But Sugar Falls leading off the top half of the 7th here. 1-1 count. Breaking ball just missed. Front door breaking ball or back door breaking ball. A left-handed hitter just missed. 2-1 count, Sugar Falls. Perez did a nice job there getting it on his hands with the fastball, and he's got good life to his fastball, and the hitter actually did a nice job as well, just fouled it off and staying alive in the count. 2-2. Perez got him on a breaking ball. Nice pitch. 1 out. 2 more to go for Killian. Top half of the 7th.
Ball swung on and sent back to the screen. Stallions have a runner on. Nobody on and 1 out. Sebastian Perez still in there. John Chenchi's the catcher. We have a new left fielder. It's Julian Zeladon. Zeledon's the new left fielder for the Cougars. Swings through that one.
I don't see him.
And a pinch hitter for another swing and a foul ball. And it's Gio Diamizo is the pinch hitter. With one out here. Diamizo swings and hits that one into the screen. There's a ground ball scooped up by Acosta. He's going to have to hurry. Pops comes off the bag, and he stays off the bag, says first base umpire. And the Stallions are going to have a runner on first base with one out here in the top of the seventh. And they're going to try to scratch and call and kick their way back into this one.
It's a tough play for Acosta. Did a nice job coming through the ball and on a slow roller and shadows and all that type of stuff. But overall, good effort.
Dylan Beaton, the shortstop, is now the batter. Perez is the pitcher, throws one away. Another great block by Chensi. Man, he can really move around back there.
It's Killian catchers. Both these guys have done a great job blocking the ball and keeping it in front of them today.
Pops is holding on to Kelts at first. I think we might have a courtesy runner. Sebastian Perez, the junior right-hander. He hooked up with the sophomore to only allow 2 runs so far. That one's inside. Beaton just got out of the way.
Yeah, Perez tried to hump it up a little bit there. A little too much effort almost because he's got that good arm side run to begin with.
You know, just a degree or two in that arm slot can cause a big difference in the results. That one's taken outside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk here in the top of the 7th. You don't want to complicate things. I mean, I think we have a pinch hitter now. No, we have Cole Cutler. Here's the catcher once again. Kelts is on second. Beaton's on first.
They're going in order. Oliva's in deck.
All right, Oliva's in the hole. He's on deck right now. Brian Oliva, the DH. And we got a stare down going on here. What is this? This is like a duel. He's just going to put out. That one's in the dirt.
It's a first pitch changeup. Just go after the hitter. There's no 6-run home run in baseball.
Left-handed batting Cole Cutler, the catcher. Fly to center field. He had a double hit. He got on by an error. Seabass gets his sign from Chensi behind the plate, his battery mate. Takes a peek at Kelts and comes home, and there's a ground ball to Acosta right at him. Nice hop, flips over to Lucas, who skies it. No, he has to hold on to it, throws to third. Nunez, applies the tag, but it was late. But a good heads-up play there to throw behind the runner.
That was a nice job by Acosta. He didn't have a play at first base, and you're hoping that runner at third takes a bigger turn. It doesn't really, not paying attention, but both guys did a good job on that. Heads up play to go to third base on that and see if he could steal it out to end the game.
Good baseball IQ by Jonah Acosta. It's a good fit for him. I like him up there in the Osprey land, North Florida. There goes Sebastian. A ground ball away from ending this game, and here comes Kevin Nunez, throws across, and that's going to be it. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the coaching staff, Coach Leon, and everybody on this side, Peter Cerda. I want to thank you, my friend, for taking the drive and coming out here, man. That was awesome.
Thank you. Had a blast. Good baseball today.
And if you're a junior or a senior in high school, you got to listen to this guy. Go to his seminars. He's going to guide you. He's going to send you in the right direction. He's going to tell you things that you didn't know. He's going to keep you up to date with all the new laws and everything that's going on. And the knowledge is everything, man. And you're giving it to these guys, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's a ever-flowing, fluid landscape in college baseball. So no doubt we're here to help.
All right, guys. For Coach's Corner, our sponsor, I want to give a thank you again for Alex Diaz for making our shirts and the caps, and he can take care of you. Whatever your printing needs are, go see the Coach's Corner. This is Uncle Mugg saying so long, and we'll see you tomorrow at Florida Christian for Columbus versus Florida Christian. Thanks for watching, everyone.